Conversation with Sai Baba. Everything that takes place on the outside and is connected to the topic of freedom only deserves your attention when you have said goodbye to foreign opinions and false beliefs inside and freed yourself. As soon as you have penetrated to yourself, feel yourself, and can live your true needs, the path of freedom begins. What is your soul up to you? What is the meaning of your being? What does God want from you? What is your life? Why are you here? There is no freedom without having found an answer to these existential questions. On what basis do you make your decisions? Do you know each other? This is the first question if you want to walk the path towards freedom. I'll give you freedom, but then what? What do you want to decide in the sense of freedom if you are internally unfree? The fastest way to freedom, a decision. JJK. The term freedom is on everyone's lips, and whenever we talk about it, I wonder if we have to free ourselves from something to become free or just choose freedom. What is the much quoted freedom really about? Sai Baba, you are free when you know yourself and walk your soul path. Knowing yourself is always the first step towards freedom. Anyone who lives in a life lie is unfree and can never make authentic decisions that support the soul path. First of all, it's about knowing yourself. Without this basic requirement, you know little about freedom. To free yourself from something is necessary so that you can penetrate to yourself, so that you can break into your heart and soul. Freeing you from all the garbage you are confronted with at this level is the first step towards freedom, but this does not yet bring freedom itself. After you have cleaned up in yourself and got to know and accepted yourself, freedom takes on a completely new meaning, a new value. JJK, that means looking bravely in the mirror first and getting to know yourself. Only then are clear and correct decisions possible. Freedom is always a decision, isn't it? Sai Baba, freedom is the natural desire of every human being. An internally unfree person has not yet worked his way through to this desire. In this way, such a person lives, without noticing it himself, imprisoned in his thought prison like a slave. I am talking about inner freedom and not about circumcision or granting external freedom. This inner freedom must be achieved, and this means recognizing the inner blockages and obstacles and clearing them out of the way. Freedom is a matter of consciousness and not a matter of spatial circumstances or external circumstances of any kind. Inner freedom versus outer freedom. JJK. But now many people will ask, what if our freedom, as during Corona, is restricted? How to deal with the fact that we are constantly exposed to attacks by the system, that our freedom is threatened everywhere? Now the abolition of cash is on the agenda, the freedom of travel is to be restricted due to the climate, and in the end the 15-minute city beckons. Is this freedom or otherwise asked? What good is inner freedom for me if I can no longer move and unfold freely as a human being? Sai Baba, inner freedom is the key so that you can react and respond to these impositions and plans like a free person. What you describe is a plan that is unfeasible at the level you are now moving to. That's why it's crucial that you now gain your inner freedom, that you emancipate yourself from opinions and life concepts, and that you really live your life. Only then will you be able to give the right answers to these attacks and plans. An internally programmed and unfree person, a person who has never really penetrated himself and his true needs, always remains a victim. On the basis of inner freedom, it is possible for you to make correct and coherent decisions. A liberated person is the one who has freed himself, and not the one who has been liberated from the second or third. It's you who matters. If you offer freedom, let him go unnoticed. Who wants to give you freedom is not worth your time. Trust him who throws you back on himself and reminds you of your true strength and inner power. JJK, somehow I understand this, but then the question arises, people now want and need solutions to stop certain developments. If everyone waits for it until he has freed himself, then it will certainly take a very long time and could not run out of time. Search in the right place. Sai Baba, you're wrong, John. The only and immediate solution is to turn to your inner self now. This is the most direct and fastest way to freedom. The solution is you. Everything that takes place on the outside and is connected to the topic of freedom only deserves your attention when you have said goodbye to foreign opinions and false beliefs inside and freed yourself. As soon as you have penetrated to yourself, feel yourself, and can live your true needs, the path of freedom begins. What is your soul up to you? What is the meaning of your being? What does God want from you? What is your life? Why are you here? There is no freedom without having found an answer to these existential questions. On what basis do you make your decisions? Do you know each other? This is the first question if you want to walk the path towards freedom. I'll give you freedom, but then what? What do you want to decide in the sense of freedom if you are internally unfree? People like to make their freedom dependent on external circumstances. True freedom, however, is achieved inside and is connected with the question of meaning of a human life. Are you looking for freedom? Search in the right place and you will find them. I'll help you with that and I'll be there when you need me. I am there when a light needs to be lit to shine on your path. I'm here. Sai Baba.